So you're thinking about moving to a golf community in Austin, Texas, but you have no clue which one to pick. We are here for you. We are covering the River Place community today. It's out on West Austin, and we're going to give you a map tour of all the important things in the area. The schools, the grocery, the regular shopping, the movie theater, and of course, the golf course. So if you want to know what's going on in River Place, stick around to the end. We'll show you some off-market properties as well. And let's get started right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Austin, Texas, then subscribe below and tap the bell so you get notified immediately when there's new information to be had about Austin, Texas. Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper, and my team and I get calls from people just like you needing help moving in and around Austin, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We are always here to help you make a smooth transition to your new best home. Let's get started on River Place right now. Before we dive into the map, I want to give you a little bit of data about the community in general. Overall, the average close price is around $1 million, and that's putting it around $313 per square foot. The average size of the home is around 3,200 square feet, and they're on average about quarter-acre lots. The community started in the early 90s and continued construction throughout the early 2000s. You won't find any new construction in River Place at the moment unless something has been torn down and started over, or a new lot came up. Someone's been holding on to it for a long time. So the biggest discrepancy in prices in the neighborhood is obviously size and condition and location. Does it have a big view or not? But after that, it is, has it been remodeled or not? Some of them are still original early 90s on the inside, and some of them have been updated to modern trends and standard with new windows and metal roofs and just everything new, almost gutted on the inside. So that's going to be the difference in our price points in River Place. Now, let's dive into the map and show you its location and logistics to town, the airport, and all the good stuff. All right, guys, so first of all, what we're gonna do is start here and show you just in relation. Here is downtown Austin, and over here, this outlined red dotted area, that is River Place. And just next to it is Steiner Ranch. So they're kind of almost like sister communities, but they have a lot of differences in them. Steiner Ranch is much bigger at 4,600 acres. You can see that Steiner Ranch goes all the way down to this area here. And this little River Place portion is much smaller. And the River Place is just a bit newer than, Steiner Ranch is just a bit newer than River Place. Now, when we get into the, kind of logistics of how to get places, just to get downtown, it's about 15 miles, and it's kind of a straight shot to the east. Here's the direction to the airport. It's about 26 miles. So a bit kind of the opposite side of town as the airport. But you'll find, I'll show you some other things that make it a lot of fun to live out in River Place. And hey, if you don't have to fly for work every week, then no big deal to have a 40-minute commute to the airport. All right, so if you're coming to River Place from Austin, you're gonna take this road 2222 all the way out and then turn in on River Place Boulevard. The good point about River Place compared to Steiner Ranch is there's two ways in or out. Remember, in Steiner Ranch, or you may not know, in Steiner Ranch, this is the only way in and out, and all the community is down here. In River Place, you can come in through the front here, and you can also exit or come in through Westminster Glen out the back. So that makes it a bit more convenient and possibly less traffic-y than if you lived a little bit further. And plus, it's closer to town. So you're turning in here as opposed to going to Steiner Ranch, which is a few miles further out of town. So that is one of the good things about living in River Place, when you can get in and out from two different directions. Now, the biggest road in River Place, I don't know if you can see this here, it's called Big View Drive, and that is one of the things River Place is known for. It is super hilly, and just has some gorgeous views. So much so that they have little lookout points on the edge of the road. See, here's a great view of the clubhouse. This is the clubhouse here. This is the golf course. And right behind where this picture is taken is a little bench that you can kind of sit there. Here's a picture of it. Right there, you can sit there and enjoy the beautiful sunsets overlooking that ravine and canyon there. So big view kind of gives you an idea of what the home views are going to be like within the neighborhood. Okay, so when you're in River Place, this all is residential area, no doubt, but you don't have to drive too far to get to the grocery store and shopping. So you do have a few little places here at the entrance, but nothing of significance if you actually need groceries. But look, it's only a couple of miles over here to the H-E-B, our big grocery store that we have here in Austin, in Texas. And over here also, you're going to find Home Depot, Target, the theater, all the little things you need to make the world go round when you're running your household. So you can get groceries over here. You can get home improvement project, home improvement things, pharmacy, all that stuff, and it's only just over 2 miles away. If you come the other way towards Austin, then eventually when you get down here over towards the kind of Jester Estates, we've got a little bit of restaurants in here, and then we have a few more restaurants over here. And that's kind of about it, unless you go further out down towards Lakeway, or if you go out here down this 620, and that takes you to the Lakeline Shopping Mall, which is right up here. So for your shopping malls, you've got Lakeline Mall, which is right up here at about 8 miles away. It has your major department stores like most, and it has a food court. So anything you need, you can kind of get over to Lakeline Mall. Our other mall at the Domain, which is on the northwest corner of town, it's about almost 13 miles away. The Domain is quite a bit bigger, has a lot more upscale shops than the Lakeline Mall, but that would be your next closest large shopping center from the River Place community. Now, you could go into go through Lakeway, I should say, and the Hill Country Galleria is on the other side of Lakeway, and that is just a bit further at 15.6 miles, but it is another really great upscale, nice place to shop. And so you're kind of in the middle of things. River Place is very suburban and very residential within the neighborhood. So you're going to have to drive just a bit to get to most shopping and restaurants and a little bit towards your grocery store. Now we're going to cover the schools. Here we are to the schools. For the elementary, River Place neighborhood feeds into River Place Elementary. 83 out of 100. It has an enrollment of 640 students. Here's your diversity graph here. And there's about 12 and a half students per teacher. For the middle school, it's 4 Points Middle School, 86 out of 100, 681 students. Here's our diversity graph here, and we have 13 students per teacher. For the high school, it gets a bit better scoring of 93 out of 100, 2,719 students. Here's our diversity graph on Vandergrift, and it's almost 17 students per teacher. So that gives you just an idea of what the scores are. All right, now that you have the grades for each school, I'm going to show you where they are located and how far the drive or commute you would have if you have children in the schools. The elementary school is in the community. Again, I'll just point out that this is the community, so it's off the main road here. You don't even have to leave the community for the elementary. Here's the middle school. You do have to cross over the big highway at 2222, and it's the same for the high school. So the 4 Points Elementary is here at the end of the map drawing here. Here's the middle of the River Place community, and then here is Vandegrift High School right here. So you can see that the middle school is just under 3 miles and the high school is basically a couple of blocks down the road from the middle school. So the commutes aren't bad at all, but this section here in the road from here to here, they're going to be tough in the morning. There are stoplights, so you don't have to worry too much, but there will be a little bit of traffic when you're taking the kids to and from school at those times of the day. All right. So within the community, I'm going to show you in satellite view because I just want you to see all this green space. All of this green space is protected, has hiking trails through it. It's wonderful. And then look down here is where the neighborhood joins the Colorado River or Lake Austin. The part of the lake that is at that constant level, there's a dam upstream and a dam downstream that keeps this part of the lake at a constant level all the time. Right in the center of the community is the golf course. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. The country club is here in the middle. You've got your tennis courts down a little bit to the south here, and you've got your one set of 9 out this way and the other set of 9 on the back side. You do have a nice driving range and practice area. This golf course is it's a Pete Dye design, meaning you have some blind tee shots and a bunch of dog legs. So you probably need to have some member play with you the first time you play it, because it is tough to know where to hit it off the tee and how far to hit it off the tee. So it's one of those ones where a caddy would help a lot the very first time you play it. Here's a nice picture. You can see how the houses are kind of draped down the hill there, and most of them have these big, beautiful views over the ravines and through the countryside, especially the ones on Big View. After the golf course in the community, there are a few parks, soccer trails, you have extra tennis courts and picnic areas. I'm going to show you one of these trails over here on All Trails. It's a really cool spot. You enter here at this little pond right here, and then you go up and downhill all the way out and back. It's 5.5 miles almost. But you can see these other little trails that jut off here, Little Fern Trail, you've got the Creek Trail up here, and so it's very, very walkable in the community if you want to get some hiking in or take your dogs for a walk. We can show you some pictures of this trail too. So this is where it starts. This is a little boardwalk that goes behind this little pond here, and then it goes uphill from there. It's a great trail. People that live in the community use this trail all the time. And as you can see, the lake comes right here. This portion of the community down here is where the homes actually front Lake Austin, and those homes are quite a bit bigger and obviously more expensive, because anything in Austin or around Austin that has actual water frontage demands an extreme premium, because the supply and demand. There's not that many that front the water, so when you do, you can almost double the price, I'd say, in some instances. Back to the golf course and country club. You don't have to be a member if you live in the community, but if you do want to be a member, it's one of our lower entry fees or initiation fees in town at only $10,000 to be a member, a full member with all the golf, tennis, and kids and families privileges that go with that. So this one is one of the better bangs for the buck if you want to join the golf country club. All right, so I promised you an off-market property at the end, and here it is. Now this home is not listed in the public multiple listing service, but it is for sale. It's a private listing, and the listing is by Allie Beth Allman and Associates, Leslie Godsnell. So let's dive into the computer and show you some pictures. Before we do, I want to show you here, it was built in 2004, and it's 6,729 square feet. And it's also over 1 acre lot. So if you remember at the beginning, the average sale price in River Place is only $1 million, and the average square footage for the home is 3,200 square feet, and the average lot size is 1/4 acre. It's for all those reasons that this home is listed for $8.5 million, which is well over our average of the neighborhood. It has water frontage, a large lot, large square footage, and it's on the water. It's on the water, and it's on the water. So let's dive in and look at some pictures. So from the front, we've got that kind of Italian roof line and some hill country architecture with that limestone in the front and stucco facade. Out the back, we've got a huge swimming pool. We've got an entertaining area. We also have covered decks and patios out there. This is looking out towards the river here. This little shed out here is the boat dock. I have a better view coming up. You can kind of see it in the distance there, but here is a bit, this one. This is a bit better picture. You have the boat hoist underneath, and up top, this little area is the patio where you can watch everybody go skiing by. You can see a skier in the back in this picture here. It's a great place to sit out in the evening and have a nice glass of wine, or sit out in the morning and have a cup of coffee. You've got a sport court here, but you can see how this lot is just enormous. Plenty of room to expand and do things. This is the part of the lake that's constant level. You never have to worry about it flooding or going dry there. It's always going to be this level because there's a dam above it and below it. So that was our off-market property I promised I'd show you. If this neighborhood looks like something you want to explore and that it might fit into your lifestyle, we are always here to help you find that perfect home. And until next time, I hope to see you around town.